Hello, people. Hi, friends. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Take I'm So podcast with me, Iravana. Native Sound is not here, so don't worry. Today, we are going to have a very interesting topic because I believe most of our audience are young adults, they are in the corporate space. So, we are going to have a very interesting topic on soft skills, and we are featuring Bridget Appiah. She's an HR associate. She is a young and dedicated HR what? HR
Professional.
HR professional in Ghana. And she's an interview coach as well. So today get your pens and your papers ready because you're going to write a lot of things down. Welcome, Bridget,
Thank
to the Take I'm So
you.
podcast.
Thank you. I'm
Oh,
super excited to be here, Abna.
yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I forgot to say that we had a podcast together.
Yes.
Let's nurture life, right?
It's been a while. Actually, it's on hold. Yes.
Yeah. But there's surely gonna be a comeback.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So just to start, this is just on the lighter side. I've seen you on LinkedIn and you're doing so well there. Native Sound, come and
Thank
see.
you. Thank
Come
you.
and see someone who's thriving on LinkedIn. How are you able to do that?
Oh, it's a lot of work, but then I'm managing. You have to be very, very intentional about it because every morning, I do 9 to 5. So sometimes I need to prepare the content on weekends.
I have to write this
so
down.
Mondays to Thursday, because from Mondays to Fridays, I need to be very, very active to engage with my audience. So
Yeah.
this week, what am I going to talk about? Maybe I want to talk about interview and resume writing. Then maybe the rest of the days will be about leadership, business, and all that. So it's not easy, but then when you are intentional about it, you can just do it.
You can just do that. But I mean, I'm really impressed about the field you find yourself. In the corporate space, most of us don't like HR. Most of us don't like HR at
But
all.
we also employees.
They said HR is not your friend.
We also
HR is not your
employees.
friend. Yeah. So let's delve into the conversation. Let's talk about soft skills. We are in the technological world.
Exactly.
And communication is very important. So when we say soft skills,
So soft skills, they are just personality traits or abilities that help you to relate and work well with others. So everyone has a soft skill. You talk to people, you work with people. Even today, I guess you've sent an email, you've tested a friend.
yeah.
They are the things that help you to interact with people. So sometimes companies or some people don't really prioritize it, but when you enhance or develop your soft skills, I mean, you grow your personality, you
But
develop your personality.
You were saying their personality traits.
Yes.
As in Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries,
No. Everyone has it, but the question is, how are you leveraging them, or how are you leveraging soft skills?
Yeah.
Are you leveraging it for success? That's the question we need to ask ourselves, because it's just like you get into the trotro and the fare or public transport. The fare is 5 cities. You give the mate 4 cities 50 pesos. You give the mate 5 cities. So he was supposed to give you 50 pesos as your balance. But then you realize it was keeping long. You ask the mate, mate, please, you give me 50 pesos. So then the mate, you don't know what really happened. The mate angrily responded, and please pardon me if you don't understand the chi. Yes, and you couldn't also control your emotions. You responded. Men kasame ho rough sir.
I mean, I'm not your mate.
Yes, these are like self-regulation, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence is the foundation of soft skills. So if you don't know these, then sometimes it becomes very, very difficult for you to relate with others. Those in romantic relationships, those in marriages, these are the things. And it's like, to me, it's like a muscle. If you want to build your muscle, I mean, your glutes, your buttocks, the muscles in your body, you need to exercise.
Yeah.
So the same applies to soft skills.
So soft skills like ranges in all relationships.
Yes.
But in this 21st century, the Gen Zs, we the Gen Zs, it looks like we are using a lot of our slangs. Should I say our slangs in terms of communication, and is causing a lot of havoc on the media space or even in personal relationship and boss
Yes.
subordinate relationship. So how can someone build on their soft skills, specifically in the corporate area?
Yes. So the first point is learning. Learning is very, very important here,
Yeah.
because if you don't learn, you wouldn't know, or you can't grow it. Though you have it, but are you using it well? So learn. Personally, I learned from TV shows, books, like radio shows and all that, because when you listen or you pay attention to these people, you you observe how they communicate when they have people on board or people on the shows. How do they communicate to them? How do they explain or come to their level? So it's a gradual process. The people we see on social media and other places with great personalities, it didn't come out of the blue. They avail themselves for learning. They try to develop themselves. So the foundation is learn, and don't just learn, but learn and apply them. So if you learn something about how to communicate effectively with someone, apply them. So let's say the book or the video told you to be clear. So when you are breaking complex words down, just be clear to the person. Put your self in the person's shoes. How do I communicate to the person's level so that the person will understand what I'm trying to bring on board? So just learn and apply. That's the best way to
To
develop,
develop your soft skills. But let's talk about your boss subordinate relationship in terms of communication. Sometimes it becomes very, very difficult because the person is an elderly person. You really respect that
Exactly.
person.
Yes.
So when it comes to communication, you are so scared to voice out or to say what you actually want to say. Then you just go and beat around the bush. You don't say what. So how can we have that boss subordinate relationship and be clear and concise in terms of our communication? Because I also have that problem.
Yeah, so this thing, you see, the Ghanaian society, when you are young and sometimes you want to communicate something to your parents, or when there is a conversation going on, you want to be part, then your mother or father or any elderly will be like, Usa, oh yeah, cry, don't
That's
say
true.
something.
That's true.
So
That's true.
these things have their roots, it starts from childhood. But I feel every problem has a solution, or you can manage or control it. So the best thing to do is, sometimes there is that anxiety, but just have open mind. Don't be too hard on yourself. Mistakes will happen. So, okay, I want to communicate A, but this is my boss. What if I approach him and he's angry, he frowns his
Yes,
face,
yes,
he
yes.
doesn't want to listen to me. Just have that open mind that, okay, mistake will come. And it is not always the case that my boss should listen to me. So just communicate A. If he listens to me, that's fine. But if he doesn't listen to me, okay, next time, how can I do it better? Maybe he has platforms that he wants you to communicate with him or her. Maybe it could be WhatsApp, email. Just find out from the person, what platform are you favorable with? Are you comfortable with in person? Are you comfortable with, let's say, Zoom, Google Meet? Just find from the person, because we all have our personal needs. So find from the person, how do you want me to communicate to you? What time are you free? Because sometimes, because humans,
What time are you free? It sounds too pushy.
like what time are you comfortable? What time can I come around? Because we all have our personal interests. I have my personal interest. You have your personal interest. So you can't, and the person is also ahead of you. So there are a lot of responsibilities. So consider the person's interest. Just sometimes the ego want to push us back, just put that one aside. So what does the person need? What does the person want? What platform is the person comfortable with? Find all these things and be open-minded. Should mistake comes, or should the person bash me, it's fine.
But sometimes it's not really about the ego. Sometimes it's about the shyness and you thinking through what you have to say.
Yes.
But because you can type a message and you read it and you be like, does it sound disrespectful? Does it sound too pushy? Does it sound... You have a lot of questions in your head. It's not that you are you have that ego
Yes,
or that
I
ego,
get it.
if I should say.
Sometimes like we want to be too perfect.
That is the point. That
Perfection
is what I
and
wanted to say.
perfection is stopping or preventing a lot of us from approaching, maybe taking up challenges, approaching situation. Though perfection is good, but don't wait for everything. Just go straight to it and you will learn in the process. So let's say you approach your boss and your boss was angry, blah blah blah. Okay, why is this so? Maybe next time, how can I do it to just help you or to set everything clear?
Yeah.
So don't wait for everything. Don't be too perfect. You learn in the process. That's how you grow life.
Okay. So let's come to interviews in terms of honing your soft skills to be able to answer interview questions. I I mean, if I should recount, it wasn't really an interview, it was vetting way back in SHS. I totally messed up. I finished and I was crying.
I can relate.
Yeah, I can't even tell you the details. I'm even shy. So how best can we hone our soft skills so that we can fit into, should I say fit? No. So that we can be able to answer interview questions in terms of when they ask you who are you? Because that
Tell me
question,
about
who
yourself.
are you? Then you be like, I'm Abna Sawajenfi, I'm 21 years of age, I have 3 brothers, I have this and that. You are going way, way over the board. So what?
Yes, yes. So I mean, preparing for interviews is a whole topic on its own.
Yeah.
But then I'll share few tips. Leveraging soft skills to succeed in job interviews. Just reflect on yourself. Sometimes we underestimate certain things in our life. I remember I had a coaching session with someone and the person was looking for a role in sales. But he told me he doesn't have any experience. So I asked further, okay, have you had any encounter with family business or something? Then he was like, yes. I help my mom to sell this. Sometimes when my mom is not around, I take over the shop, blah, blah, blah. Then I told him to relax. Yeah, then you have experience. So the experience is not just having corporate experience, but probably you've had some volunteer experience. You provided some services for free. But because we've always focused on corporate. I'm working at the office.
Yeah.
Yes. But if you don't have any corporate experience, one thing you can leverage on is your soft skills.
Yeah.
And most of the times we develop our soft skills from these volunteering experiences. Let's say you were put on a team of 5, you were chosen as the leader to lead the team and coordinate everything. You are building your soft skills, leadership, and it's an experience. It's not always the case you have to exchange your service or your knowledge for money. You are leveraging on the free services you provided. So just reflect on your life in the past. What have you done? If you're a fresh graduate, you took some internships, let's say class presentations, you did some group works, even at church, you were a leader. Pay attention to these things in family. If you have a family business, what role did you? Unless you want to tell me you haven't done anything in your life, which shows you are not serious.
Yeah.
At least one way or the other, you've done something. Volunteering experiences, leadership at church. Yeah. So just focus on those things. Okay. So if you took leadership opportunity, like volunteering experience, you built on your leadership skills. Let me take Abna for example. Abna is currently the host of Take So podcast.
Oh, yeah,
so it's just something
yeah.
that she's doing to build on herself.
Exactly.
And she wants to apply for a radio presenting role or something. She can leverage on these volunteering experiences that she's building.
Please come for me, I'm available.
Yeah. You are doing it for free, but then it is building you, it is preparing you for something big. So just get some time for yourself. What I do is I have a Google a document in my Google Drive. So all the things I have done in my past, some of the accomplishments, some of the things I have done, I just take time, reflect on my life, put them together. So when you go to my Google Drive, so it's not like tomorrow I have an interview, then I'll sit down, tomorrow cry, then I'm a crow, be something I make. No. right now you have the free time, so just get some time for yourself, reflect on your life, the things you've done, your success. And success is not something big. You've built a house, you
Exactly.
have a
I was
car.
about to say this.
No, any problem you've solved, any challenge you've overcome, whether small or big, it all boils down to
Sometimes you feel
success.
like
No, no,
what
no, no,
I've
no, no,
done
no,
is
no,
not
no,
so big enough
no, don't.
to be something I share with people,
I,
or to
I,
be
I,
something on my
I
resume.
learned something from this HR professional I follow on Twitter, or currently X. She said no experience is a waste. So whether big or small, it's never a waste. It's never, whether the challenge you overcame, it was small, it's never a waste,
Okay.
because you applied some skills in there. You
Exactly.
used your mind, your coconut.
Yeah.
Yes, you brought certain things together. So it's never a waste. Just give yourself some time, reflect on your life. What are your success stories, small or big? What are your failures? I mean, what collaboration have you done? Collaborate. Maybe you've worked with some people, presentations, other volunteer works. Just put these things together. You can put it in your Google Drive, store it in your Google Drive, then you are good to go.
Let's go into CV writing and all of that.
Yes, yes. So it's also a broad area, but it applies to the interview too, just as I said. Sit down and reflect on your life. So let's say when you were on campus, you did some volunteering work. So you led a presentation, though you don't have the corporate experience.
Yeah.
Just put these things together, because these things, and reality is that most employers, they know that entry level roles, they are not focusing so much on the technical skills, the things you've learned in school. They are focusing on your soft skills, because when you come, most of the jobs, you are coming to learn on the job.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
you have
yeah.
that resilience, if you have that personal motivation, it will help you to learn. So you've done a lot of things. That's why they always advise us that when you are in school, pay attention or invest your time and life in volunteer works.
Yes.
Because this is the time that you have to offer your service, to offer your knowledge, your skills for
And go
free.
for seminars as well.
Exactly. So if you sit there and you only learn, you don't do anything
Marry
after
your books
school.
and give birth to success.
After school, to be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So let's say you were part of a club. That club, what did you do?
Yeah.
Even if you were a common floor member, you were part of a committee, or you did something. Just put these things together. You were a leader at your faculty. What
Yeah.
did you do? Just put these things together, and always make sure that CV reflects your past experiences or resume.
Yeah.
Reflect your, so don't write anything in the present tense. Let's say lead or leading. No, led a team of 5, blah,
Okay,
blah, blah.
okay,
Created,
okay.
blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Plan, blah, blah, blah. CV is past tense, resume past tense. So always make sure your grammar, everything is in the past.
But there's this practice that when people look at the job description, then they literally adjust their CV to fit the job description, even though
Yes.
they are not qualified in that area. They just want their CV to look good and just go for the interview and just go and answer questions. You are not a multitasker. Was I'm a
Right?
multitasker?
Some
Yeah.
people,
So
that's the
is it
truth.
right to do that?
Most people lie on their resumes.
Yes.
Or see that one there.
Is it right? Is it right in the
If
HR
you have
world?
the experience, why do you? That's why we always say tailor your CV to suit the opportunity you're applying for.
Okay.
So currently, most companies are using ATS or applicant tracking system.
What's that?
And it's a software, because company, especially large company, receive a lot of application. No human can sit in front of the computer, go through all these documents. So the software has been programmed in such a way that, okay, let's say we are recruiting for IT, project manager, blah, blah. Okay, these are the keywords we are looking for. So some experts will tell you that tailor your CV, put in some of the keywords so that when the software scans or pass through, it will pick some of these keywords and realize that, oh, okay, this person is a good fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So only if you have the experience in that,
Quality.
just put adjusted to
But
put.
don't lie.
Don't lie, because if you lie, I mean, when it comes for an interview, because when some people come for an interview, they can't justify what they put on their resumes, and you realize, this person is lying.
They be doing
because
even
something
though-
that you've done,
regardless.
and I asked you, like, give me the reason why. How did you do it? Then you'll be scratching
Your head.
yeah, you're not ready for that. Honestly, you
Oh,
want to save our time.
go and come back. Okay.
Yes, yes. So don't lie. Only if you have the experience. I mean, you are good to go, or not necessarily experience related to it, but experience you've had from certain things you've done. You know, the role is looking for someone who has leadership skills, like good time management skills. Though you don't have direct experience in it, but then you've had some voluntary experiences where you gain leadership skills. You can just put them inside.
So you can share your last tip, or if you have any platform that we can come to you if you want to be coached for an interview
Okay,
or go
okay.
through some of the HR
Okay, so
stuffs.
I am available to help. Let's connect on LinkedIn at Bridget Appiah. So when you search for
LinkedIn.
my profile, you see my short hair with the off-white
Okay.
top, and also Twitter or currently S. Yes, Bridget Appiah, the same picture.
Okay.
Or you can also check my website www.bridgetappiah.com.
Oh,
I have a
wow.
lot of career-related or HR-related information or blog there. So yes, you are
So if
good
you want
to
to
go.
come for personal coaching, you can give
Yes,
that
so
to
you
her.
can just send me a DM on LinkedIn or Twitter. Yes, or just X. Yes,
Okay.
and I'll
I'm really
attend to you.
excited that you came, Bridget. Thank you so much for the
Yeah,
knowledge you have
you are
shared.
welcome.
I mean, I've learned a lot. I'm moved to go and start my LinkedIn, but
There is
I
no pressure. Just feel free.
I
Be
should relax,
authentic.
eh?
Yeah, Charlie.
Sure. So thank you so much for coming.
You're
Thank you guys for
welcome.
listening to us.
Yeah.
You can follow us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at takeamso_pod. And you can subscribe, like, comment, and share. We love you. Bye.
Bye.